Nightly news for this Thursday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
We better be tea.
I never lie to you.
That's a lie.
That is a lie.
Lopez versus Lopez, Friday.
This guy has conned a slew of rich women.
None of the victims are willing to admit that we're duped.
The man you're having dinner with tried to use the credit card of a woman who was beaten to death.
We have no idea where he is.
This guy's a real pro.
The kitchen remodel project was a major project. After checking around, we went to Featherstone, and we were so glad we did. There was electrical work, plumbing, enlarging a doorway, and of course, all the cabinets, countertops, and fixtures. The minute I walked in the door at Featherstone, I knew I was in the right place. Featherstone coordinated every aspect of the project, the whole thing. They made it easy. And I can't say enough about how much we appreciated the personal attention Featherstone gave us.
When you need help feeding your family, call the Family Food Helpline.
Straight ahead, several people are arrested after a drug bust in Oneida County. We'll have more on the charges they're facing.
Plus, Paul Ryan is reflecting on the midterm election. We'll hear what he had to say about the future of the Republican Party.
And a new program is training pooches in the area. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. A 6-month drug investigation in Oneida County ends in 4 drug dealers behind bars. They had ties to Mexican cartels.
That's according to the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. Those 4 people were in court today for conspiracy to deliver more than 50 grams of meth. Law enforcement arrested 39-year-old David Lassiter, 36-year-old Kimberly Bainan, 37-year-old Ryan Culver, and 41-year-old Jacob Simon, all from Rhinelander. They're believed to have distributed about 10 pounds of meth in the Northwoods area. Oneida County Sheriff's Office records indicate approximately $25,000 was sent from the Mexican cartel for the purchase of the meth. A stolen firearm was also recovered during the investigation. Some of the meth seized by police has been tested positive for fentanyl. Bainan, Culver, and Lassiter will all be back in court again on November 14th at 2:30 p.m. Law enforcement is still looking for another person in connection to this case. 35-year-old Ben Sommers, who you can see here. Anyone with any information about Sommers' location should contact the Oneida County Sheriff's Office.
Well, Conrad, a really weird day out there with an intense rainstorm.
Yeah, in the morning I was actually driving around, my windows rolled down like it was a nice fall day, but taking a turn now. Temperatures will be dropping during the day, actually in the next couple of hours. Earlier today, though, we did hit our high of around 63 degrees. Record high in those mid-70s, so not near that, but still lots of 70s even down south, close to the rapids, so really nice and enjoyable weather. But not for long, as this cold front right over here is bringing in lots of cold air right from Canada. Look at Bismarck right now at 16 degrees. They have some blizzard conditions out there, so that cold air will continue to drop south from Canada, and everybody will be in on that cold weather. But just ahead of that cold front, we do have a couple of showers, even some lighter thunderstorms at that, some rumbles of thunder as well. So it is going to continue to push out of the region as that cold front comes closer and closer to us. We do have some windy conditions outside, though. Anago coming in with a 16-mile-per-hour wind, 12 miles an hour here in Rhinelander, and the winds will start to shift as that cold front moves in the next couple of hours. Tonight, though, we'll take a sharp downfall in temperatures as we hover into those mid-20s. Dan and Jessica?
Thanks, Conrad. The Wausau Drinking Water Treatment Facility is hitting another snag in the construction process. Crews are hoping to fix its current mechanical problems and have the facility up and running before the end of the year. Starting tomorrow, crews will be working on the facility 24/7 to work on the defects. The city is waiting to pay more than $2 million to contractors before the work is completed. The city says there were several milestones that had to be met before the facility is online, but none of those have been met so far. City officials say one significant delay was failing to coat or paint piping inside the facility last fall. They also dealt with mechanical issues that were the cause of installation errors, like leaking pumps and leaking pipe fittings.
We're learning the impact of Wisconsin's fall drug take-back. Tens of thousands of pounds of unwanted medication are off the street. Attorney General Josh Kaul announced that on October 29th, the state collected more than 54,000 pounds of unwanted medications. More than 140 law enforcement agencies participated in that collection. All medication were boxed and shrink-wrapped and incinerated in Indianapolis. Unused or expired medication should never be flushed or poured down the drain because water treatment facilities are not designed to remove pharmaceutical drugs.
Former Republican Congressman Paul Ryan of Wisconsin says his party struggled in the midterms, but has a chance to rebound in 2 years if the party makes a fundamental change. Ryan served as the Speaker of the House from 2015 to 2019. He sometimes criticized President Donald Trump when they were together in Washington, but is now more critical of him. Ryan was interviewed yesterday and said the midterms should be a wake-up call for Republicans to completely move on from Trump.
I think Trump's kind of a drag on our ticket. I think Donald Trump gives us problems politically. We lost the House, the Senate, and the White House in 2 years when Trump was on the ballot or in office. And I think we just have some Trump hangover. I think he's a drag on our offices and our races.
Ryan went on to say that Republicans should win the White House in 2024 if they have someone not named Trump at the top of the ticket. Trump said this week that he would make a big announcement on November 15th, with some expecting that to be a formal launch of his 2024 presidential campaign.
Today, a Connecticut judge has awarded $473 million in punitive damages to Sandy Hook families. That's in addition to a nearly $1 billion verdict in compensatory damages awarded by a jury against Alex Jones in October. The attorney for the Sandy Hook family says he wants to make sure Jones pays every penny he has. The InfoWars host was found to have intentionally spread malicious lies that the 2012 school massacre was a hoax. Jones previously promised to appeal the original decision and said he did not have any more money to pay out. Home prices across the U.S. rose this summer, even though the housing market was cooling. That's according to a new report by the National Association of Realtors. It tracked home prices in 185 cities over the summer and found prices increased in all but 4 cities. Nearly half the cities saw double-digit increases from 2020. The price jumps have since slowed substantially due to the rise in mortgage rates. Experts say because of both rising prices and rates, the median income now needed to buy a typical home is $88,000. That's almost $40,000 more than it was prior to the start of the pandemic.
Inflation cooled more than expected in October, meaning prices we pay for everyday items are still high, but those prices or those increases on prices are slowing. At 7.7%, inflation is still uncomfortably high, but well below September's 8.2%. The news ignited hopes that those big interest rate hikes by the Fed are working. The Fed makes its next rate hike decision on December 14th. And with that news, Wall Street had its best day since 2020 today. The Dow rose more than 1,200 points, with even bigger percentage jumps on NASDAQ and the S&P. The S&P, which is considered the broadest measure of the market, is still 17.5% below where it started the year.
A new partnership is helping kids train their dogs.
The UW Extension in Oneida County is offering free dog obedience classes. Our reporter Matt Weaver was at one of those classes and is with us now for more. Matt?
That's right, Dan. So they've run a few changes, but this new program with the instructor and a new guide here to show their thoughts about the program.
It's just fun to see her learning.
It's basic obedience, sit down, come, stay, healing, stand for exam.
This fall, a new partnership between the American Kennel Club and 4-H departments offers dog obedience classes through the UW Extension in Oneida County.
I just like training her because, well, she loves treats, and I guess I'm her favorite or second favorite person.
Natalie Burrows takes her elderly neighbor's dog for instruction.
I take her every day for like an hour or two for training at our house. I just like snuggling with her. She's really cute.
As they enter their final slate of free sessions, the guides have a special focus.
Competition, actually. They have the beginnings of it with this beginner class.
With 35 years of experience, Susan Hartzheim knows how to teach dogs of all abilities.
Often you have a group of people that you're teaching, and you want to touch everybody so that they're all at the same level.
But it's not always easy.
The difficult thing is to try to keep them at the same level. Some kids don't want to, or dogs don't want to participate or whatever, so you have to work on that, getting them all at the same level.
A special opportunity to unite kids with their best friends.
It's just giving the kids something to do, a chance where they have something maybe they have never tried before, and to see where they can go with it.
Now, according to their according to their website, registration is full, but Hartzheim hopes to reform the program this winter to make a more rigorous routine for it.
All right, well, thank you, Matt. A very good story. Appreciate seeing that young girl getting into it. Well, we'll be right back after the break. There's good news for the U.S. deficit.
And a new law could change the way you search for a job in New York. That's after our weather team of Jeff and Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
I need some help with a case.
This guy conned a slew of women.
He's a killer.
We have no idea where he is.
The greatest soccer player of all time.
He's done this before.
He's a rich, powerful man.
I'm not afraid of you.
I know her and trust her.
She is on a rogue mission.
You want to tell me what you're really doing in the States?
Care, it's baked into everything we do, like Perkins Bacon Fest. Made with care and lots of bacon, starting at just $8.99. Enjoy all our delicious favorites. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from Perkins Holiday Bake Shop. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Lens Truck. Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
I don't know if you're a fan, but I'm a big fan of roller coasters. I don't know if I like this type of roller coaster, though. 63 as a high today, and look what happens tomorrow. We start to really dip down in temperatures. High of only 34 tomorrow, and temperatures will not be improving. They're going to continue to stick around well below average this weekend, and same thing into next week. So get ready. The cooler weather is on the way. Start up those fire pits. I'm wearing some blue to give you guys some hints that colder weather is on the way. More on that is Jeff.
Yeah, Conrad, you're not kidding. Lots of cool temperatures are on the way. Put your seatbelts on. A flash freeze is in store for us for tonight. That's going to really keep everything really frozen for a couple days around here. We're a bit ahead of schedule. The average high temperature is 42. We may not do that for several weeks around here going forward, as we do have lots of cool air on the way, even some cold air across our region as well. All right, so here is the 7-day temperature trend. So 34 tomorrow, but falling through the afternoon. And then, look at this. We stay below freezing for several days into the weekend and beyond, so that will likely start to freeze some ponds and some lakes around here. And you know this is a bit early for us, but you get the idea. for ice. Ice can be dangerous. If you're new to the area, we freeze over everything. You need at least 4 inches of ice to stand on to go ice fishing. More than that to go get your vehicle on there. So overall, though, we're likely not going to do this anytime soon, but we have a week of temperatures now below freezing, likely freezing lakes and ponds. It could always be worse, though. Here's a live look at the South Pole Research Station, where the temperature today is 47 degrees below zero. Conrad?
Brutal out there, Jeff. Lots of snowfall in the South Pole. Nothing like that here in the Northwoods, folks. But taking a look outside, still warm, so we do have some rain showers. This is more scattered and on the lighter end. We do have a couple of isolated thunderstorms, more on the lighter side, and no severe threats in the making right now. We do have some snow just to the west. Of course, that colder air has situated all the way from Canada, even some blizzard conditions in North Dakota right now. So if you're anywhere in those areas, be careful, because that snow will be continuing the next 24 hours. For us, though, rain will continue to move out of the region, and then as that cold air moves in, you know what happens. That rain transitions to some snow, especially tomorrow and then into Saturday. More north of Rhinelander, where that lake effect snow will be in effect through the day on Saturday, and then finally starting to taper off later on in the day on Sunday. So we're looking at around an inch of snow here in Rhinelander, and of course, the more north you go, the more you're going to get. North and west of Manitowish Waters looks like that little sweet spot for the lake effect snow. Maybe 3, 4, 5. Some isolated amounts cannot be ruled out with 6 inches of snow. So get those shovels ready, because now we're entering more of a winter type of a temperature trend. Tonight, though, temperatures will be dropping pretty sharply from the 60s into the mid-20s as showers and thunderstorms really start to move out of the region. That wind will be sticking around with us through the day tomorrow. So bundle up, put on an extra layer or two, because that feels like temperature will be in the 20s as our high will reach the 34 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. A couple of scattered snow showers in the area, especially north of us. But our 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, does show a couple of snow showers lingering again on Saturday. Then we clear up by Sunday into Monday, but temperatures will continue to stick around well below average in the 20s and 30s. Dan and Jessica?
Thanks, Conrad. The U.S. monthly budget deficit has dropped to $88 billion in October.
The Treasury Department reported that's 47% lower than October 2021. It's also about $2 billion less than economists predicted. Unadjusted spending in October dropped 9% to $406 billion. Meanwhile, revenue increased 12% to $319 billion. America's debt levels are still elevated and will likely climb amid rising interest rates. A new law could soon change the way you look for a job in New York City. Many employers there are now required to post good faith pay ranges in their job listings.
Colorado already does that, and a similar law in California is taking effect in January, given much needed transparency for job seekers. In today's Consumer Watch, how the laws could have ripple effects across the country.
Job hunting is getting a major upgrade. New laws are requiring employers to show pay ranges on job listings aimed at improving pay transparency.
This is huge. It should go further. It should be all jobs.
New York City is now requiring companies with 4 employees or more to show the money up front, listing the salary or hourly wage range for any job posting or promotion that can be performed in NYC. Meaning even if it's a remote job, employers must comply. Civil rights attorney Nancy Smith says wage transparency is a major step toward closing the wage pay gap in the U.S. and says the change will impact women and people of color the most.
94% of jobs have a wage pay gap. And still, in 2022, women make 83 cents on the dollar.
Colorado put a law like this on the books last year, and in California, a similar law goes into effect on January 1st for employers with at least 15 employees. Experts say the new laws will be far-reaching since they affect 2 of the most populous areas in the U.S., which have many remote workers. Experts saying existing employees will be able to use the laws as a bargaining tool and advocate for themselves if they're underpaid.
It's an inspiring time to look at the candidate behavior, and I think it's a frightening time for employers because many are not prepared for that power shift.
Meanwhile, a few other states like Rhode Island and Maryland have legislation that requires employers to provide salary ranges upon request. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Northwoods Furniture and Mattresses Countdown to Black Friday sales event is going on now. Instead of one sale day, we have incredible store-wide savings all month long. Save on home furnishings from the leaders in quality furniture, Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, and more. Black Friday savings on name brand mattresses from Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and more. Overstocks and clearance items are priced to go. Shop early for the best selection. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress with 2 locations in Eagle River celebrating 15 years in business.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich. Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
Declutter your workspaces and organize your garage with help from Menards. From wire shelving to wall-mounted hooks and more, Rubbermaid has you covered. Right now, get 11% off all Rubbermaid products. Increase your home security and get peace of mind with our selection of motion-sensing lights from Patriot Lighting. With 2-level lighting and customizable settings, these high-powered outdoor lights will meet your needs. And right now, they're all 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
News Watch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
The Nicolay Area Technical College held an emergency simulation carried out by students in the fire, EMS, and healthcare programs.
It's part of a collaborative training to help prepare the students in working with different agencies once they graduate. Jason Goldner, an associate dean at Nicolay, said the simulation follows a timeline of a real-world emergency response situation.
This year we decided to do a full-scale exercise that included the nursing students, the fire, EMS, the first responders on the scene, and kind of carry it from start to finish.
He went on to say it's a great training exercise for not only students, but for area first responders as well.
I've been in this service for about 33 years, and we don't know what the nurses do inside of their buildings, and they don't know what the first responders do outside on the scene. So it's an opportunity to get them at their beginning of their careers to know all the components of an emergency response.
Nicolay partnered with Aspirus Medevac to bring in a ground crew for transportation services. We'll be right back with one final look at your weather.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza today at papamurphys.com.
Lance Truck, we got the trucks now. Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks now. Lance Truck.
Waiting for the right time to replace your old drafty windows? Well, your wait is over because Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday event is going on now with unprecedented savings on our custom-built replacement windows. Our replacement windows are made with an exclusive Fibrex composite material that's vastly superior to vinyl. They won't warp or bow and never need painting. Each window is custom-built in the USA, installed with precision and care by our certified master installers. And both our windows and our installation are backed by the nation's best warranty. Don't waste your money on poor quality vinyl windows. This unbelievable Black Friday event makes Renewal by Andersen replacement windows more affordable than ever before. Don't delay a minute longer. Our Black Friday event only comes around once a year. This limited time offer and very special financing is the best reason to buy now. Installation is always included. Call now and schedule your free design consultation. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Black Friday deals all month long during our huge Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible prices, plus get 30% off on top of that store-wide. Come find your new sofa, sectional, or Lazy Boy recliner on sale. And we're still offering no interest for 3 years. 30% off and Black Friday deals all month long? Yes. And don't forget, mattress shopping is easy, fast, and comfortable. Come see our difference and get a great sale on a mattress today at Slumberland Furniture.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza today at papamurphys.com.
Enjoy those low 60s outside right now because very, very shortly temperatures will take a plummet. Temperatures will be in the 30s in no time. Our 7-day outlook does show no improvements on the way. Temperatures will be sticking around in the upper 20s to low to mid 30s.
And on top of that, some lake effect snow kicks in tomorrow night into Saturday, followed by another little system getting in here next week, Wednesday and Thursday.
It's great to have the dream team in, Jessica.
Yeah,
don't you think?
I
This
know.
is so fun.
I like it. Let's have it be every day with you guys.
Ooh, it's long hours for me.
Thank you, Jeff and Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
You know, one-pot cooking is something that I've always been a big fan of. So when I came across this longtime favorite, I knew I had to share it with you. Not only is it made